It's an all too familiar story that's heard throughout Appalachia. Communities, large and small, once thriving industrial boom towns from the middle 20th century, now just hanging on as jobs dried up, businesses moved on, and people moved away. But there's a group that's trying to reverse that trend, and it's bringing attention to one West Virginia community. The DEP's Greg Adolphson has their story.
A lot of folks still drive through Richwood, but except for the only stoplight in a 43-mile stretch of road, precious few of them stop these days.
Richwood, as many people know, was a boom town in the industrial age, and timber and coal, several thousand citizens. And like a lot of West Virginia communities, it's dwindled pretty drastically.
Jeff James is president of Create West Virginia, an organization working to help innovation and entrepreneurship take root in Appalachia and transform post-industrial era ghost towns like Richwood into sustainable, creative, prosperous communities. The group is holding its annual 3-day Create West Virginia conference in Richwood this year.
And why we're going there, because we've been to resorts, we've been to bigger cities where people gather typically, and we felt like if we're going to promote this innovation economy approach to growth, then we need to sort of demonstrate it in the very communities that we are trying to help embrace it.
And Richwood is taking steps to reinvent itself. The city was recently awarded a DEP Technical Assistance mini-grant to look at ways to improve its walkability and find ways to integrate connections to the area rail-to-trail network. The grants are designed to help West Virginia communities become more environmentally, economically, and socially sustainable. But the factors that led to Richwood's decline didn't happen overnight, and turning the city's fortune around will be a multi-step process.
It's going to take action. It's going to take innovation. It's going to take imagination. First of all, it's going to take believing that it can be done. And that's the most important point. We encounter a lot of negativity, a lot of no can do, but people are tired and they've worked hard for a long time.
Rebecca Kimmons is the director of this year's Create West Virginia conference. She says breaking the grip of inertia in communities like Richwood requires a different mindset.
If the thinking inside the box is leading to extinction, then it's a no-brainer to think you better start thinking outside that box, because that box is rotting all around you.
And that leads back to Create West Virginia's innovation economy model. Given Richwood's location at the gateway to West Virginia's scenic Eastern Highlands, with all its camping, hiking, mountain biking, and fly fishing possibilities, combined with a relatively low cost of living, the community offers lots of potential.
In a creative economy, innovative people, talented, trained, innovative people, they can live anywhere they want. And you have to compete for brains much more than smokestacks. And so your community must be a sharp place and really welcome those kind of people. It's downtown, it's trails, it's schools, it's all the whole package.
And that's what I want West Virginians to do. I want them to stop thinking about who's going to come and give them a job. I want them to start thinking about how they're going to innovate and create their own jobs.
Think of it as some tough love for a community that has lived through some tough times. In Richwood, I'm Greg Adolphson for Environment Matters.
The Create West Virginia Conference on the Future will take place October 24th through 26th in Richwood. Organizers plan to fill many of Richwood's empty storefronts with art installations, training sessions, and entertainment venues during the conference, a sort of pop-up village to give folks a glimpse of what's possible for the long term. To find out more about Create West Virginia and to see a schedule of events for this year's conference, check out their website, createwv.org. Just ahead, New York and Paris don't have a monopoly on the latest styles, and we'll tell you about a program that takes recycling and turns it into refashion.